that's like going to be weird about it.
Well, listen. Well, here's the thing. I'm recording now, right?
Oh,
And
you
so,
are?
yeah. Well, no,
Okay.
I literally just started.
Oh, all right.
Like I didn't even hear what you just said.
Oh, okay.
It starts with me saying I'm recording now. And here's the thing. We'll talk for a little while. When we get towards the end, I'll ask you what you think. And if you don't want me to
Yeah.
post it, I won't.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. I don't think Vince is coming.
No, he's not coming. And I don't think Hackens coming either.
Well, the link's out there. I mean, whatever. We'll see what
I
happens.
told him he said sounds technical.
Wait, it sounds what? Technical?
Technical. Like,
Does
I
he know
think
who he's talking about?
he got on Zoom once, like
One time?
yeah, like well,
And only one time.
we were playing cards, like with Jerry and those guys, and I feel like Alice had to help him. Like he didn't know how to get on, so he probably doesn't
Yeah.
Zoom and do all that stuff. But Alice does for her work, but I don't think
Right.
he does that shit. So he's probably like, So.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's just like, I mean, fuck it. If the wife has to do it for me, why would I do it?
Yeah,
That's amazing. That's fucking incredible. I saw when you posted the Facebook thing about a late birthday present. I was like, man, that's fucking unbelievable. And just the fact that you were at that fucking show, I still hate you for that. Well, I don't really hate you for it, but you know what I mean.
Well, and it's funny. That's like a placard or a sticker that was in the tube. Yeah. I didn't know it was in there. I actually kind of looked and I didn't see anything in there. I didn't pull it all the way out because I didn't want to mess with it.
Right.
So my mom, she does like for years, like she said, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I'm always like, "I got a GBV poster. I want you to frame for me." Like the Dayton show we went to.
Yeah.
I mean, a numerous one. So that was her. So she took it up to the local shop here in Marymount. And that was in there, and they decided to put it in the frame, which I thought was a good call.
I agree.
2020, and they put it in a spot where it didn't.
No, I think it's a great anything. Yeah, no, I think it's brilliant. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I'm so jealous of it. And Katie's cool with it, just right there. And
yeah, she's not at all. It has to move.
I was gonna say.
There happened to be a nail there that it was last Friday.
You're like, oh, check it out. And she's like, no.
I put it up on the wall, and she came in and the very next day and said, that can't stay there.
No,
and I haven't taken it down. So I have a spot over here. I'll put it up.
It's not going to go in the cave? It's not going to go in the basement?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe the man cave. But, I've got the Heat Fest one over here. So I was like, I'm starting to take over.
Turn the camera. Show me. Show me. Can you easy turn and show? Or is it a pain in the ass? If it's a pain in the ass, don't do it.
Oh, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. I can't hear you, but I'll show you.
Okay.
It's a little dark.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I told you to buy.
Hold on. I think I disconnected everything when I did that.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, shit. You're a good man. You're a good man, Paul Mace.
I can't hear a word you're saying, by the way.
Okay. I'll wait. All
right. I'm back. Now
you're good. You're a good man, Paul Mace.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. No, seriously, that was really nice of you. But it was correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the poster that I encouraged you to buy?
I think so. Yeah. From I thought the guy's name was Doug, but it's not Doug.
I don't remember. I have no idea.
Recently, or I saw something on the GBV site, and his name's like Mike.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. Those are super cool though. I wish I'd gotten one of those. I was tight that year. I don't remember. That was the last one, wasn't it? Or was it the one before last?
No, it was last. That was Heat Fest 10.
That was the last one? Okay.
It was just me.
Okay.
Me, you, and Jerry, and Jerry didn't stick around too long.
Didn't stick around.
Didn't
right.
go.
Yeah. And you and I worked a lot.
Yeah, but that was kind of fun.
It was fun. No, I shouldn't put it like that because it was a good time. It was, but I don't know. Like I told you. Not a lot. I'm kind of, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit about Cincinnati Public's decided. I don't know how much you know about any of this shit because you're, so far removed. But Cincinnati Public's decided that they're going to go to yet a different, newly introduced half and half attendance and virtual model, and it's a ridiculous clusterfuck. Over the last 6 months, we've had at least 6 different plans, and they keep changing what they're going to implement and what they're not. And it's just like, it's kind of stressful,
I didn't know. No, I mean, I know because of Joya and the boys that like into September, you guys started virtual, but I didn't know what the next, And so Marymount is like it's
100%, right?
We had the choice. So we went 100% virtual. They started the half and half, and now they're back in, like right after Labor Day weekend, which I didn't really get.
But you
There
still have
was
the option, but you don't have to go. You still have the option of staying virtual.
You had to
See,
choose, and
you had to
once
choose, and
you
once
had
you
to make
chose,
it,
you're done.
you're done for the first semester, so we
Right.
could go back to school
December or whenever it is.
if we wanted to, yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling we won't.
I
So
see. I mean, obviously, I'm not a member of a school board or a teacher or anything like that. But that just seems like the most rational solution. It seems like the simplest. It seems like the least expensive is to just give the parents the option. Just let them choose. The teacher could set a laptop up in their computer. They could run their regular schedule, blah, 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 blah. And for whatever reason, Cincinnati Public refuses to even attempt anything like that.
oh
And
yeah.
it's infuriating. And the thing that sucks the most is that should we decide, which I don't mind telling you, we're kind of leaning towards, should we decide that we don't want our kids to go to school in any capacity, whether it's 1 or 2 days a week or whatever, we have to drop out of Cincinnati Public. Well, I mean,
Oh, you
the
do? Oh, it's not an option, is it?
yeah, there's this digital academy thing, and it's accredited Cincinnati Public, and apparently the way the credits are stacked up and subjects and stuff is similar, but it's not. Five O's diploma wouldn't say Walnut Hills High School, and it's just like, he's he's fucking struggled mightily through 5 years of Walnut Hills High School, and it's
What
just
grade is he in now?
he's a senior. This
Is
is
he
it.
really?
Yeah,
Oh
this
my
is it.
God. He's
I
a
know, right?
senior? No
Yeah,
way.
he's a fucking senior, and
I was like,
and
he's like a sophomore. What do you mean? It's like he could go back as junior and senior year. Oh
no,
shit.
yeah, he's a fucking senior. This is it. And the thing is, and he always, every year at Walnut, the 5 years he had before, it was always the same. He always starts strong. He's paying attention. He's doing his shit, whatever, and then it kind of trickles down from there. But he's, the virtual shit. We've done the best we can to like have some kind of schedule on weekdays and stuff, and it's tough, man, because like he's 17 and Elliot's 12, and they're both staying up late as fuck, and they're not
Yeah.
managing their time well. I'm sure you can
Yeah.
imagine, but he's doing really well. Both of them are doing really fucking well, and now it's been announced that they're going to have to go to this totally different schedule starting October 18th, which is only 2 weeks away or whatever it is.
Oh
It's just
yeah.
like, I just it seems so fucking simple, but apparently it's not. So I don't know. I
Well,
just
most people I know, if it makes you feel better, that are going back at Marymount, at least it seems to be going well, except for
well,
the occasional coronavirus case.
right.
But other than that, it's
Yeah, other than
going
that,
well.
everything's fine. But that's the thing that kills me about this whole thing. It seems like, and I don't, again, I'm not part of the board, and obviously I'm not in
Yeah.
touch with every parent in the fucking system.
Yeah.
But it seems to me that there's a real vocal minority that firmly believes that the kids have to be in school. And God loves some of them. Some of them's thought process is it's a psychological thing. These kids have to spend time with their peers, and
Hmm.
and fine. I mean, I get that to a certain degree,
Yeah.
but what I really think it comes down to is, and I know there's instances where it's like life or death. I got to be able to work. I can't
Right.
watch my kids, but I also think there's a pretty high percentage of people that are just like, I need my personal life back.
Oh,
And I'm just like,
definitely. We had
fuck.
that here, without a doubt. Like
Yeah,
it had nothing to do with like
the
we had a
kids'
lot of people.
health.
No, and it
Yeah,
had, or meaning they sent them back because like they wanted a break. Like there are a
yeah,
lot of a lot of
yeah,
people I know. Same thing as Katie, stay at home,
yeah.
could manage it, but nope.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
yeah,
one of the most. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to name anybody, but there's
no, no,
there's there's a very very vocal friend of Christina's on the social media stuff, and her whole thing is the psychological thing, but
yeah,
she's treating it with this high level of drama that seems misplaced to say the
yeah,
least, and ridiculous to say the worst. But the thing that kills me about it is that this woman is, her husband makes a shit ton of money. She's never worked a day in her fucking life. She's missing out on yoga class and,
that's right.
day drinking with her friends. I mean, I don't even have any idea what the compunction is, you know, except for she doesn't want to spend the time with her children. We've actually, I mean, there's been times over the last few months, and especially since school started, when we've actually kind of felt kind of blessed to have this time where we're all together and we're
That's
working
right.
through this shit, you know?
It's kind of weird. Like when I started out working at my parents when they're gone, I
Mm-hmm.
had that feeling like at first, it was great. Like I had my space and like I didn't
Yeah.
have, but then I started being like, well, I think I'm kind of like missing out on something, right? Like, you know what I
Right?
mean? Like it's like,
Yeah.
well, and since I've been back here, like it's fine. And I actually think I should have just,
So, oh,
I should have just
so
started here.
Ralph and Mary Alice are home now, and so you're
They
working
are.
you're working from the house
I've been working
from the
here.
night you're working from the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes, for several months. I think I started maybe a month before they came home. I just ended up like
Yeah,
started,
just to adjust, just to get
and
back
then it
to it.
was kind of like, and then I just never really went back because I was like, it's really fine. I mean, you get the occasional interruption, and get the
Sure.
hell,
Yeah.
sometimes it's funny, and then sometimes you're like, no, I'm in a I'm in a I'm in an important meeting. Like you gotta go away.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
What
but yeah,
Paul, I mean, in all sincerity, man, at least twice a week, I have to say to some client on the phone, well, my dog's clearly very excited about that as well. Because it's just like,
right,
you know.
exactly. And most
So
people get it now, so it's
yeah,
not
they
a hidden.
do. And that's the thing is we're so I well, and you know this, I consider you much shrewder than I, and much sharper, and a much more careful planner. But I have to present it as you're more fortunate, but you and I are very fortunate. We are so
Oh
fucking
yeah,
lucky to be in
right.
a
I'm still here.
circumstance
Yes, I'm here,
where
buddy. I'm just I'm listening. I was
no,
turning
you're
on a
fine.
I was
You're
turning on
fine.
a fan. So yeah,
You're
we
fine.
are very fortunate.
I mean, I have to. Some days I have to like really. God help me. There's some days where I really have to like lean on myself about that particular circumstance where, for
Yeah,
what work's frustrating. The kids are not doing what
that's
they're
right.
supposed. I mean, whatever it might fucking be, but I got this beautiful junk shop to talk to my friends from, and my kids are relatively happy and healthy. Fuck, Fievel's fat. I mean, we're seriously, man. I mean, we're just like,
Right. I
I don't
mean,
know. Well, no,
I
wait,
mean,
wait. I don't want to run out of time on
oh
this one
yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
I
So
really want to talk about this.
yeah,
So, like a week ago, you kind of sprung. I don't know on how many people, on me definitely, that you and Katie were gonna relocate for just a couple of months, and it sounds like just kind of for the hell of it.
kind of. I mean, a little bit of like,
Well, the first thing, wait, really quick, the first thing I thought was because you said, I work virtual, the kids' school virtual, and I'm like, yeah, but it's 3 hours earlier out there, man.
yeah, that's gonna be that's true. A couple
Luke, I
things
need you to
like,
log on. It's 5 a.m.
yeah, like he's gonna have to get up at 5.
Yeah,
Their school starts like they have to be on at 9 Eastern, so they will have to be on at 6 every morning.
6. Yeah, yeah. But you know
And
what
I'm
that means? They're going to be done at what, 1 o'clock in the
like
afternoon every day?
noon, like they're
Yeah.
yeah, 12 o'clock. So, but we're doing a couple like, well, one like, um, yes, like why not? Like to the point of we're
Well,
virtual, they're virtual.
But do me
Like
a favor. Do me a favor. Back up a little
yeah,
bit.
yes,
How does
yes.
this even like become a thing? What? How,
All
give me
right.
the
So
whole background.
yeah, so Katie kept saying to me like, "Hey, let's get an RV," and she wanted to get an RV and do the whole like trip around the country. And then and she wanted to bring her parents
Like
too,
now.
which,
Like
well,
now.
yes, like
Not
this
next
is,
summer. Now.
yeah. And I kept saying, "There's no way, like I can't work out of an RV.
Well, you
Like
could.
I could, but
It would suck.
it would suck." And I'm like, I don't think I would do my job very well working out. So I just kept saying no. I was like, "There's no way.
Right.
Like we're not doing that." And so finally, I don't know. Like she just said, "Well, what if we go? What if we? Would you be open to spending a couple months in Laguna Beach?" And I'm like,
Maybe.
"Maybe."
Right.
And so basically said, "Yeah." So I mean, for a couple. So that's kind of how the short story was. Like she kept harping me about the RV, and then I said,
I'm not gonna pretend that makes sense to me, but okay.
yeah, and well, it's a little bit of a couple reasons. Like one, it's like when else in our life are we going to be able to have an opportunity to
Yeah.
do this temporarily
Yeah.
and
Or at all. I
at
mean,
all, like
yeah.
and if we're going
Yeah.
to be right, we're like going to be able to walk to the beach every day. I mean,
Well,
like
the other thing too is that, I mean, over the next 5 to 6 weeks, the entire country might collapse in flames, and it'd be nice to be on an ocean front when
I
that
guess so.
happens.
I mean, there is that part of it, like
Well, that's what I said. Remember, in the text exchange. That's what I said to
yeah.
Vince. Paul knows something we don't.
I mean, that's good and
Because you
bad,
guys are
right?
talking about leaving, but seriously, you're talking about leaving like in the next 2 weeks, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. And then and her parents are going. They're not
Right.
staying with us, but they're going to stay, and that's part of the reason why we're doing this. Actually, beyond the heck of it,
Did
'cause
they just were they going first, or
no. I
oh, it
think
just kind of all fell together?
they're going because we're going, and
Okay.
Katie's brother lives out there,
Okay.
so her brother he lives in West Hollywood, but
Okay.
he's going to pick us
Is
up,
he
and
a drag queen?
no,
Okay.
he's
Yeah, I was
like
just asking.
he's like
You
in
said
finance.
You said West Hollywood.
Well, you know what? I always used to say Hollywood, and people from the area correct me. No, he doesn't live in Hollywood. He lives in
No.
West Hollywood. I'm like, all
Right.
right.
Yeah.
So
Where you're less likely to be a drag queen. Anyway, sorry.
he's gonna stay with them. So part of it is to get her mom out there, so she could see him, and then her mom's best friend and her husband live out in Orange County, and like they're like super tight still.
Orange
And
County's big though. I mean, are they
yeah,
close or
they're
is it?
like 20-30 minutes drive.
Okay.
So they're
Right.
gonna stay with us. They're not gonna stay with us.
But
They are.
Orange County, 20, 30 minute drive means they live 5, 6 miles down the road.
That's right. They're not far. It's just gonna take that long. So they're gonna stay in Laguna for a while, and then they'll probably stay with their friends, some in Orange County, and their friends have a place like in Mammoth, or so they're gonna stay with their friends for a bit as well.
Right on.
And so like some of that is that like we're going to like to get her mom and dad out there
Sure.
because like they can see their son and
Yeah.
so
I mean, why
'cause
not? I mean, in all honesty, man, yeah, a couple minutes ago you were like, we're doing it because we can do it. And I'm just like, that makes sense to me. It's just like,
well
I mean,
there's
why
that.
not?
Yes.
Life is short.
And like there's a family reason why we're doing
Sure.
it too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's part of it as well. So
No, it's pretty. I'm jealous as shit. I really am.
yeah. So it'll be good for her mom and dad. I'll say that. Like they probably need it. And so yeah, it'll be fun. And it'll be like it's one of those things where it's like I don't think our kids will ever forget it. Like, remember that time?
Yeah, remember that time that out of nowhere we were
Yeah.
like refugees in another state, and
I know, until when the world collapsed.
when the whole
Because
world collapsed. Remember that time? And then we had to crawl back across the country to get to our home in Marymount a
yeah,
year later.
I don't.
Um,
I'm not that gloom and doom about our future. Like so.
I'm not. Obviously, I'm not seriously thinking
I
that
mean,
we're on the verge of The Walking Dead, but I think there's a lot of. I think the next 6 weeks might have potential to be really, really bad. But that's really quick. What talk to me about how you're mothballing your house? You gonna need me to go out there and cut grass and stuff? I mean, what's the
no,
story?
we have a house sitter, so someone's gonna be staying here the whole time watching the
Oh, no shit.
cats. Yeah, and
Damn,
then
man.
it
Man, I
works
was late.
out.
I was late to that train, wasn't
I
I?
know you need to get out a break for 2 months, right? Like we know somebody that's good that they'll get a break from there, and we got the cats, so they'll stay here. And then my neighbor, John Swisher, is a
Uh-huh.
landscape. So that's any yard work,
Yep.
he does.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
we take care of it. He's like, yeah. So, um,
Right on.
so which is good too, because then he'll have the guy out. Plus, we'll have somebody here the whole time. So, yeah. So I mean, we're looking forward to it. I mean, you're right. The 5 a.m.
I mean,
thing.
why not?
The 5 a.m. thing will be a little.
But that's the thing. That's one of those things. I mean, it'll probably be kind of a struggle the first couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and then once the pattern's established, because
Yeah.
I mean, even though you're going to be in a much more temperate part of the world where the temperature's nice and it's going to be nicer later, it's still going to get dark earlier, and I mean, you guys are just going to have to adjust to it. But I promise you, your kids are going to be fucking losing their minds having every fucking afternoon free. I mean,
Right.
it's going to be like, you eat lunch and then go do whatever
Go to the beach.
yeah, go to the beach. I mean, Jesus.
I think there's a park right by us still, like a nice big park,
That's
and then we
awesome.
have some time off, like there's like Thanksgiving week, so
Yeah.
I think we're gonna try to hit like
But you
get
guys
some.
expect to be back. Expect to be back before Christmas.
Yep, but we'll be back a couple weeks before Christmas,
Right on.
so be able to like quarantine a couple weeks, see my parents, spend
Right.
Christmas with them,
Yeah.
hopefully, and then because then they'll head back down to Florida.
Hey,
So
that's usually demarcation, right? They do Christmas and the New Year's and shit, and then they go in January back down until
till
the
May,
doldrums. Yeah.
and they would have came back earlier, but they stayed because the virus, which 2020, should have just come back.
They tried to tell me that they
Right?
they watered down my bourbon because they said I had the corona. And I told Mary.
Sorry.
You said, see, no, it's really great. Like when they first got back, like we're sitting on the back patio and we all have our masks on. Well, it's just me and Margot, my mom, my dad, and my
Right.
dad's sitting there going, yeah, these people, and they won't wear their mask. Da, 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 da.
Right.
And he's the only one, like the four of it. He doesn't have his mask on.
Right.
Margot looks at me and goes, but Pop doesn't have his mask on. I'm like, I know, Margot.
That's because you all wear. I don't need one while
That's what
you.
he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm not worried. I'm not gonna infect you.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm in. So anyway, but my mom broke her shoulder when she was down there.
What? Just
Yes.
this past year?
Yeah, so when they were there the extra month, she like before they were gonna come home at the end.
Did
of
you
June.
tell me this? Was this before that
Yeah.
GBV show?
I think so. Yeah, like this was no, this happened like during the pandemic.
Right, but that was, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Did it happen before you and I hung out at their house for that GBV show? It must have. Because they would have been back.
It happened before. I probably did.
Yeah, I think you did.
I
but I'm still like,
that.
oh my God, is she okay?
Yeah. She's fine. I mean, she had to stay down there longer. She had the whole thing replaced. She's getting through physical therapy and she's doing great. But I did tell you, because you're right. I forgot. I was like, GBV show. I was like, oh yeah, virtual. I was like, we didn't go to a GBV show. Virtual.
Someone asked me the other day, they were like, oh, what's the story of the live music? And I said, well, based on my rough calculations, I've missed at least 3 GBV shows since my, possibly
right.
one more, maybe 4.
Definitely. Well, Heat Fest. There was the Spring Fest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And then
probably
there would have been a Woodward in there or something, or some Louisville thing we went to.
Damn.
I don't know. Billy. I went to. Did you know Elliot? Do you know Elliot Ruther or any of the Ruthers?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I know Billy.
Yeah, right. Don't we all? But Elliot's another one of the principals down at Herzog with Billy and
oh,
Elias.
is he that really curly-haired guy?
I don't know about really curly hair, but definitely curly. I don't know. He's super nice dude, and his father passed away this past week, and his mother just passed away like the beginning of the year, and it kind of struck me. So I went to his dad's funeral today with Billy, and I forgot the point of the story. Oh shit!
Going to a funeral during the coronavirus too. That's interesting, huh?
Yeah, no, I mean it was at the I can't remember the name of the church, the Immaculate Christ of the Mary Heart something or other up on Beachmont, and but it was a beautiful church. It was crazy, and they they had every other pew you could occupy, and I mean it was nice. It really was.
Yeah. Jerry's in California right now because
is he?
Well, his father-in-law, Rebecca, his wife's, her dad passed away. So they're in like Long Beach, right near, that area. So just for the week, I think they come back tomorrow. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Yeah, we're getting older. It's that time of,
Well, I mean, our parents are, yeah. I mean, I'm what? I'm like 10 years older than you, right? Almost exactly.
No, you're not, because you're not 58. I'm 48.
Oh, are you? Oh, so it's 5 years.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah,
apologize. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
like, I mean, I know I look
Sorry.
10 years younger, but
Yeah, it's true. And if I swung, I'd swing your way. But sure. No, but it's just like I'm sometimes surprised when people my age, our age, still have their parents.
yeah,
And your parents are spry too. I mean, yeah,
except a
I
lot
my
of
dad.
vermin in them.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
My
they're
my
doing pretty well.
my
Yeah.
dad's on. He's having a rough time. He had a TIA or a stroke or something a few weeks ago, and so we've been like kind of scrutinizing him a little more. And he's, there's some stuff going on there, and
Oh
and
yeah.
it's
How old's
tough.
your dad?
He's 76.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
My
he's like
go ahead.
Ralph's. It's right. Isn't Ralph like 70?
He's 78.
Is he? Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah,
Fuck.
my parents are 78. Yeah.
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 Oh, are they the same age? I thought Mary Alice was a little
Uh,
younger.
no, Mary Alice is older. So
Oh, is she?
she
Is
was
she
about
79? 80?
no, she's 78. She'll turn
It's just a few months. Okay.
79 in October, and my dad just turned 78. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha. So it's like some months, but less than 1
it's
year.
less than a year, but
Yeah.
several months. Yeah. Yeah. My cousin's husband just passed away, and she's older than me. She's probably like in her late 50s. I'm not really sure how old she is.
Right.
But my mom goes, she's like, did you know how, like, she's like, I always knew her husband was older than her, but she's like, he was older than me. He was 89. I was like, I didn't know. I mean, I was like,
Yeah.
she's like,
You
he's
reach,
80.
that's
Yeah.
the shit, man. I mean, you reach a point in your life when everybody's pretty much the same age.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I mean, when I turn 60 and you're 55, you and I are going to be the same fucking age.
Yeah. It's kind of the same difference. Any one of us can go anytime now. So,
Yep,
yeah.
it's true. There, but
Yeah.
for the grace of God, go us.
Yeah. Fivel's a senior. Fivel's a senior. I think I
Yeah.
did. I mean, I think I knew he had his 18th birthday, right? Or 17th.
No, he just
17th.
turned 17 2 weeks
17th.
ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks
Okay.
ago. He actually asked me, he's like, how come neighbor Paul never sends me a birthday card?
He did not.
No, he didn't. You're right. No, he didn't. He didn't at all. You know what's funny is my dad, talking about my dad. And the thing is this isn't, I don't think this is a result of his age. I think it's just because he's so disdainful of the whole world. But when my mom passed, like she was the one that kept track of the kids' birthdays and shit, and literally as soon as my mom passed, that shit all fell by the wayside. Like that coming fall, he didn't call my kids on their birthdays, send them cards.
Oh,
He
yeah.
didn't call my kids on Christmas. I mean, it was just like, whatever. And so after going through that fall and that holiday season, the next holiday was my wife's birthday. It was February 3rd. And I actually that first year of my wife's birthday after my mom passed, in front of my mom's brother, my brother, and my my fucking my cousins and their boyfriends. They're all at my dad's house, and I made a big to do. I figured I'm gonna shock him out of this habit of like ignoring this stuff, and so in front of all of them, I said, "Hey, Pop, here's the birthday card from my wife I bought for you. And here's $20 to throw in it too. Will you sign it at least so you don't forget my wife's birthday?" And he laughed it off, he signed it, he did it. So I sent a card signed by my dad that I bought and put $20 into my wife just to try and make my dad remember this shit. Fail, miserable. He is since my mom died, my father has never even called my kids on their birthdays, much less sent them cards or anything.
Really? Not even
Yeah.
your kids?
No, he has no idea. He has no idea.
I don't think my dad would know either, by the way.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, but you got Mary Alice still there.
Yeah.
She knows.
She knows. Mary
Yeah.
Alice is, her memory's not as. So I'll tell you a story. Like,
Please, come on, man.
so
We're clearly not being stopped on the time thing on this stuff. So let's just roll.
Margot got braces. She got braces before they went down to Florida last year. And
Right.
my mom saw them, right? Just before
Tell Margot, by the way, that Elliot just got braces too.
Oh, I will. And so my mom, then we get home, like she saw Margot she's like, "Oh, you got braces? I didn't know." Plus, like, I think she showed her the braces when we have the Alexas, and I bought my parents an Alexa, so like see her on video, like
Right.
So I got home and it was like the third time, like. and then like a fourth time. And then we were down at the pool. So we were, the pool down by my parents' house.
Yeah.
And this, since they've been home, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you got braces." And Margaret just looks at me, and Luke goes, Luke goes, "Gigi's losing her memory."
God love him. God love that kid. Your boy's
like,
so fucking funny.
He is pretty funny.
He's amazing. He really is. He really is. Yeah, shit. Well, that's the thing, man. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, you're not there yet, obviously, and I hope and pray to God that you don't get in a situation where you have to take care of Ralph and Mary. But just dealing with my dad. I mean, thankfully, my mom, it was a rough thing for a little while, but thankfully she went relatively peacefully and decided to. But my dad, it's shaping up to be a pretty rough road, and it just makes me tell my kids all the time, I'm just gonna drop dead. I'm gonna do this favor for you. I'm just gonna fucking die one day. You're not gonna have to change my diapers and shit. I'm just gonna go. Because that's,
yeah, right. It's like it's a tough one.
It is.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So have you but your work doesn't give a fuck, right? Since you're all virtual anyway, they don't care. They don't care if you're there or not. You're like, I'm gonna take 2 days off to relocate, and then I'm gonna be just like I didn't go anywhere.
Talked to my boss, and I was like, I thought maybe he would, and I was on I had a couple days off, and this whole thing was evolving, and I was like, well, I gotta clear it with work, and so I scheduled a one-on-one with my boss when I was on vacation, and he's like, is that the only reason you're scheduled this while you're off? He's like, he's like, sounds like the only thing I want to know is when do I get to come out and visit you?
Right. About Laguna Beach, right?
Yeah. Like, I don't care where you are. He always says, GSG, get your shit done. Well, he says, get your stuff done. Yeah. He's like,
get your stuff done. Whatever.
I don't know. I kind of would like to think about staying out there, but I can't. I don't know.
Moving, like selling your property here and all that, or keep the property here. You know what you do? Now, here's what you do. You go out there for a couple months, scout a little bit, look at some real estate, so on and so forth. Find yourself something you can buy independently of whatever you're still holding as a note here in Marymount, and then sell me your house in Marymount.
Sell you
That's the plan.
House. Yeah, you want to move here, huh?
Not really. I mean, well, I would like to, but Christina's always said she doesn't want to live amongst the hoity-toities. I'm just like, yeah, I get it. It's cool.
It's a little more progressive than you'd realize. It's still hoity-toity. Don't get me wrong, but like.
Not for Christina.
No, well, 69, according to Professor Ken Kakin, he told me 69% of Marymount voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me a bit. It's not a question. Christina's concern isn't a question. It's not a question of your political views. It's a question of whether or not you're going to fucking talk shit when you throw up in their garden.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, which is fun about Marymount, people do throw up in each other's garden, and yes.
Oh no, I know.
And they talk shit about.
Do you forget? Yeah, I worked at the hub. I worked at the hub of the fucking Marymount. Yeah,
right. You got more shit than I do. Yeah.
Paulie, go
for it. Ahead. Are we getting cut off?
No, that's the thing is we're not. But I think I gotta go, man. I'm tired as fuck. I've been up since 5:30. Haven't you? Haven't you been up since 5:30?
I got up probably about 6:30 today. So
yeah. Actually, I'm lying. Christina let me sleep in today. I don't get up until after 7. And then I went to that.
You're
funeral.
With me. You're like, this conversation's over.
No, I'm just fucking tired as shit. Actually, you know what, man? If you want to hang out for a little bit until we get cut off, I'm down with that. I really appreciate you coming on. The thing is I wasn't gonna do it. I was just like, whatever. And then when you at
9:30 came around, nobody said anything. I'm like, it's like.
No, I appreciate that, and I really appreciated you saying the thing about Kakin. I'm sorry I was a dick about it. I knew exactly what you meant, but.
Oh yeah. I think Vince and his chicken pox party that he's having.
Right what? Now. I don't. What's going on there? I wanted to when we were on with Vince and Dave Merriman, did we talk about Vince's automotive school, or did that happen after?
I think that happened after.
Dude, I wanted to talk about it because East Coast, he's laughable in so many ways, but that shit's cool.
Yeah.
It's just
it is.
I'm just like, wow, nice. And nice to be able to, one, have the resources to do such a thing, and two, to do it.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He'll watch this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
Always
married. I still
goes.
haven't met his Meg. Is that right, Meg? Is that right?
Yeah, she's good. He married up.
That's what you said. I was telling
He
Christina
doesn't.
that the other night that you made like a really careful point of that. A couple years ago when we were first talking, it was that first Heat Fest when he was there. You were like, "Yeah, he married way out of his league." I'm just like,
He
okay.
loves it when I say that too. But yeah, he did.
Well, you know what? My guess is he does love it when you say that.
I don't
It's
know.
it's an accomplishment on his part. And it's a flattery for his wife too.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of which, how is Katie doing?
she's doing all right. She fell running the other day, so she sprained her
Fell
ankle.
running?
Yeah, she was running, and I know I might have to go. You might have to bear with me while I run and get another one in a second. But
Go get a beer. Go get a beer. No, do it now. Do it now because if we're gonna get cut off, it's gonna be soon.
I can still hear you though. By the way.
Yes.
I got this.
Yes. Yes.
My fat cat is running behind me too. I'm gonna have to grab one of these.
I'm not 100% sure that we should have been cut off by now, but the thing is that if I'm using my work account, which I don't think I am, but if I'm using my work account, there is no cutoff point.
Oh, maybe that's why. You just
Well, I'm not gonna get in trouble at work. I mean, oh, maybe I will. I don't know. Oh, here I am being recorded. If it's at work, then whatever.
Yeah.
But it's 10:30 now. I'm only gonna go like another 5-10 minutes because I'm fucking beat, dude. I gotta do Halloween decorations. Hey, why don't you bring the kids over tomorrow? We're gonna decorate my house for how I go all crazy for Halloween and shit.
I know. I don't know. I got Cub Scout crap going on out back tomorrow.
Is there? I mean, obviously, I know that your involvement with the Cub Scout has nothing to do with child pornography or molestation, but
Yeah.
generally speaking, I mean, how much of the day does that take? It's an hour, right? I mean, what's the Cub Scout stuff?
You got to set it up. Yeah, that's it. And then like we're gonna have a Zoom meeting. We're all kind of virtual and stuff. And then it's like come out back. There's gonna be like this obstacle course for them. And
Okay.
even if we were all together, which we're not yet, it would probably be like an hour. Well, an hour to set up. It was a couple hours to figure out what the hell we're gonna do. An hour to set up tomorrow, then an hour to do it. So, but it's still a distraction.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
No big deal.
But Luke's funny too about that shit. He sees those ads on TV. He's like, "Hey, Dad."
Right.
He's like,
I'm filing a lawsuit against you.
there's all these lawsuits.
Right.
They play it on all the Cartoon Networks and shit.
Yeah.
They watch it. So,
Right.
yeah, I'm like,
Next time you say you're gonna ground me, I'm gonna file a lawsuit. Oh man, I mean, I obviously I don't wish it on you, but I can see that happening with your Luke. I really can.
what's that final lawsuit on me someday?
Yeah, well, no, trying to use it as leverage to make sure you're not punishing him too hard.
Oh yeah, well, and he's like a purple belt in Taekwondo now, and
yeah, that means your nutsack is in jeopardy.
And he will come after me, like, and I can still take him. I just have to like smother him. But then he stomps on my foot. But he's got some mean ass kicks and some punches. Like I would not mess with that kid.
Dude, you haven't put the fear of God in him. You got to put the fear of God in him. So it means he can't even lift his hand to you without being scared to do it.
That's true. No, he doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows I can kick its ass, but he doesn't.
Fivel has that, and God, I thank God above, because the whole truth of the matter is, if Fivel really wanted to, he could probably take me now. He's huge.
How is Five doing?
He's okay. He's all right. I mean, I won't go into too much detail, but she's good. That's the thing, is they both have straight A's in school. They're
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we're only halfway through the first quarter, so so what does that mean? We're halfway through the first quarter. We're a quarter of the way through the semester. And so they're both doing okay, and they both seem pretty well adjusted. But, I have the little fights about when they're going to bed and when they're getting up.
Oh, yeah, we have that.
Christina and I have tried to establish, like, scheduled shit where, like, Monday through Friday, you have breakfast here, you have lunch here. And we try and reduce the amount of times they're just kind of wandering into the kitchen and helping themselves to shit, so they're not, living on this idea that they can eat, drink, sleep whenever they want. And it's largely been a failure.
What's Five-O going to do next year? What's his plan?
I don't know. I really don't. No, I don't. I mean, I don't think obviously I don't think he knows. We don't have the money to send him to college. I mean, we can't just say apply and go here and because he's a senior at Walnut Hills, even though his GPA's it's not absolutely awful, but it's like a 2.5 or whatever.
Okay.
2.7 or something.
So
but
not
just huh?
scholarships.
It's not scholarship material, no.
Yeah, like
But it is still
loans.
Walnut Hills, so it's like, I mean,
Yeah,
our
pretty cool.
mailbox is full all day, every day with college mailings from places all over
Okay.
the fucking country.
Yeah.
Um, and and sometimes he sounds like he wants to go to college, and sometimes he sounds like he wants to go in the military, and sometimes he sounds like he wants to work at a movie theater and play video games in our basement for the rest of his life. So
Sounds like
we
a
don't know.
17-year-old kid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, well, my dad told me as much as Ralph. He said one day, he said, "You got two choices." He's like, "You can go to college or you can go to the military. If you don't do either of those, you're getting the hell out of my house."
Well, I mean, I told I mean, Christina's a little soft on that score, but
Yeah.
I told 5 Point Blank that I mean there'd be a certain amount of cushion that I wasn't going to be a Nazi about it and on his 18th
Yeah.
birthday throw his shit out on the street.
Yeah.
But I made it clear that he's not going to just loaf here, that
Yeah.
he's got to figure something out. But the problem is I also kind of made it clear that it's up to him. And I I don't know if sometimes Paul, sometimes I think that's not the way to do it. Sometimes I think that the thing to do is to say this is what you're doing and this is what's going to be best for you and kind of lean on it. And
There's a truth to that, right? Like sometimes people just need to be pushed to
yeah, they need
Yeah.
direction or whatever. The problem is though that I've been, I mean, you know me long enough to know that I'm pretty lax.
Yeah.
My thought process is that the things he wants to do, the things he wants to pursue are going to be the things that, are going to be important. So subsequently I haven't pushed him, that
Yeah.
hard. I'm not sure I shouldn't regret it,
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. He'll do all right. He's
He
got to figure it
will.
out.
He's a really, I mean, he's turned into a really good guy. He's got a great sense of humor. Um, I love the fact that he's not serious at all. And I remember having a conversation with you once about the sports thing. You know, it was frustrating, but at the same time, kind of exhilarating. The fact that he didn't care.
Yeah.
He was, he was really good at baseball for a few years, but his biggest concern was what the snack might be after the game. And so he didn't practice, and it only took a matter of time before the kids that were into it, it just,
Yeah.
and I kind of loved the fact that he wasn't competitive at all. But part of me kind of wishes that, just a little bit of edge, just a little bit of wanting to,
That's right.
I love him to death. He's a great kid. He's very gregarious and accepting of all kinds of
Yeah.
shit. But he doesn't have a lot of ambition,
Well, it's funny I know it's funny, but like the popcorn shit with Luke, like he's competitive about it. And like the other day, this
Well,
like kid put
yeah.
all these flyers on our door. One of his buddies, like I'm doing virtual, and he was all, it's here. Oh shit, I got one of them.
You got one.
Yeah, he was like the kid put like his little name tag on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey Luke, Noah's put this on our door.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you gonna do about it? He came, he's like, Dad, what I think about that, let's go sell some popcorn. And then we went out and sold a bunch of popcorn.
Yeah.
We didn't put flyers up, we were like banging on doors.
Yeah. No, when Five was in grade school at Kilgore and they were doing the raffle ticket sales, and and I patted him so heavy by working at the bar, and he won all the prizes and shit. Even then he didn't, he liked being in first and shit, but it wasn't something that seemed that important to him. And again, I'm split, like I kind of admired the fact that he was just like, it's, but at the same time, I kind of wish he had more motivation,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, brother. Raising kids is hard. I can't believe he's 17, graduating from high school.
When was the last time you saw him in person?
It might have been at your mom's funeral.
Holy shit, really? That's at least that's almost 3 years ago now, isn't it?
Really?
2 years. It's been at least 2 years.
Yeah.
At least 2 years last June.
I might have seen him at your house since then. That might not be totally accurate. I bet I've seen him since at your house.
Yeah. He's
But
huge.
he was really tall, and
he's really tall, and he's like big, and he's kind of. It's just like.
Yeah.
I insist.
Have seen him since then at your house, but not
I
for a while.
I insisted on giving him a haircut a couple weeks ago, and it didn't go real well. I've been cutting my own hair this whole time.
All right.
And and so I have like this battery powered trip, whatever.
Yeah.
And his hair was just completely out of hand, and I was just like, look, I don't want to take any length off or anything. I just want to clean it up a little bit. And I tried to, and it didn't come out real well. He wasn't real happy about it. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Give him a free haircut, buddy.
Without a
Today
doubt.
really the 25th of September? I think it is.
It is, isn't it? Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's the 26th. No, it's the 25th. Today's the 25th.
Right.
And 6 weeks more for American democracy, and then it's all going to go up in flames. You're going to be on Laguna Beach, though. It's going to be awesome.
It will be nice, but it is a little scary as well.
Well, that's the thing is, if all hell breaks loose and I have to like pack the family into the CRV and like try and escape, yeah, I'll be there.
Come on out. We'll make room for you.
I'll bring a shotgun, and I'll bring a good sense of humor, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know.
We got to get married. Next time we do this, if we do it on a Friday again, especially, I should have invited Merriman. Because he seemed to really enjoy it, and I enjoyed having him on. So we should have done it.
We had. Well, I don't know if we'll get together before I get back from, the other West Coast, but we got to get together.
No, man. So you're leaving when? The 15th? What is it?
Yeah, about the 15th. A little before that. Yeah.
You and I should definitely try and get together at some point between now and then. In some capacity, whether I'm just hanging out in your backyard hitting a doob or something. But
always welcome to.
Yeah, but we definitely should. But when you're in Laguna, we could still do this. Obviously, it'll just be 10 o'clock my time. Yeah.
I was thinking it earlier. I was like, you'll be like, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, you'll be like, dude, it's 8 o'clock. Yeah. I do have to go to bed. I'm going to fucking bed, man. It's 10:40.
All right, brother.
Hey, Paulie, I love you, man. Thank you so much.
Too, man.
Hey,
you're gonna post this, right?
Is that all right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking post it. You know what? The main reason I'm gonna post this because this is probably the most like just personal conversation bullshit of any of them, and I love it for it.
You too, brother, man. I love you, man. You're my neighbor.
Have a great night, neighbor.
See you.